and it's beeping, and it's beeping, and it's beeping, and there are small fish on all the rods. I'm here at the Tunguska, targeting small fish, things like the Siberian Sculpin or the Asian Smelt, and they're really going for it right now. Despite the fact that it's already beeping, I always wait a little longer because the fish might not have actually bitten yet. We can see that better at the red tip, or if we take a look here, some of the rods still show this slight flickering in the text. On some rods, it's already gone, but especially on those with blue text still showing, there's always that little notification. Shash! Now you can see it at the red tip in front too. We've got movement, and that's exactly why it's practical that I'm fishing here with quiver tip rods. So, quiver tip rod setup, a nice, fine, soft tip. We'll take a look at that in a moment too, so we can really see the reaction from these tiny fish. Stone Loach, now showing up here as well. First time though, it hadn't been here yet, but luckily I was able to complete my next star here. So, my first Asian Smelt as a trophy catch. That's definitely really nice. I've been standing here for about an hour at the spot now, mainly looking for the Siberian Sculpin. I'd really like to catch that one. But yeah, in the meantime, the Asian Smelt has shown up. Also really nice. Finally got it as a trophy on bottom fishing. I've tried catching this fish with float fishing quite a bit too, but I'll gladly take it on bottom as well. So next up would obviously be the Siberian Sculpin as a trophy. That would be super nice. So I'm still going to try a bit more here. I'm also adjusting the setups a little and testing different leader materials. One option, for example, micro leader material. That's what I'm using right now. But I only have 2.8 kilogram breaking strain, so super low strength. That means, of course, I have to lower the drag. But it's the thinnest line in the game, 0.04 millimeter thick. Can't get any thinner. Size 22 hook and caddisfly larva. I'm casting that back out right now. I'm working here between 8 and 10 meters. This rod here is set to 8 meters distance, and the third rod is still at 10 meters. That's where I caught the trophy. That's where it hit. Let's reel in the next one right away. Let's see what we've got. And another stickleback. That's not bad either, but I think I already got that one as a trophy, so I don't really need it anymore. By the way, this one here has microid on it with a strength of 5 kilograms. That should be around 0.8 millimeter thick, but I'm changing that as well to monoline. And there's also invisible monoline. That's what it's called, mono invisible. And of course you can use that for leaders too. In this case, it's got 3.7 kilograms breaking strength. Again, drag loosened down and casting out again at around 8 meters. And then it's time to test, right? Which leader works best? On the third rod, I'm using fluorocarbon, fairly thick, 7 kilograms, but I'll make that a bit finer too, since nothing big has bitten so far. The caddisfly larva sometimes also gets a bottom naze bite, but more often when you're float fishing here. So far, nothing from the bottom naze on bottom fishing. That's why I'm switching to a finer fluoro now, just 3.1 kilograms. Again, loosen the drag, cast out gently around 10 meters, and then we'll see. I'm using stone-colored sinkers everywhere here, by the way, since most of the bottom here is stony or gravel, so we match the sinker color accordingly. And something seems to be nibbling on the middle rod again. Let's take a look at that. Yep, it's already on. Very nice. We can slowly reel it in. That's the setup now. That's what we want. Siberian Sculpin. That's also really, really nice. Still missing as a trophy. Would be great if it hit now. So, keeping it. And this is all on the thinnest line. You can see the rod tip here again. I've set that to 14 grams. That means we get immediate feedback if a really small fish bites. Cast out gently again, then tighten up a bit, just so the tip dips slightly. And I think on this rod, no, that just looked like it. So, tighten up again, watch, and wait a little. This isn't exactly a spot to make big cash. It's really just about having a chance at a trophy. I'll gladly take those, of course. They get turned into bait later. But all in all, I just want the chance at rare trophies. I'm using my bottom light setup here. Bottom light because I've got a 3000 size reel on it. You can see it again up in the records. Bottom light means when we're using a quiver tip feeder rod, slash, or carp rod, and the reel is 1000, 2000, or 3000 size, we automatically count as bottom light and can earn records in that category. And let's keep going right away here. Ah yeah, on fluorocarbon, now something small. And what do we have here? The Tunguska Rudd. For that one, I'd maybe go with a slightly bigger hook. If you're aiming for a trophy, definitely go a bit bigger. But I'm still focusing on the Sculpin here, and continuing to test setups. I'm kind of letting it run half AFK, just watching a bit of YouTube to see what's new and reeling in the small fish alongside. In the end, all the mussels get turned into bait and the rest gets sold. Still, let's take a quick look how it's doing silver-wise, sorted by price. And look, the Siberian Sculpin isn't bad at all. Wouldn't mind catching more of those here. Also not too bad silver-wise. And in total, 100 silver now for a solid hour at the spot. Like I said, it's not a huge amount, but I got another star, and that's important. 127 different trophies ticked off. Really, really good. If this helped you, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, helps me a lot. And then I'll see you in the next video. Patri. See you next time.